Welcome to Keep On Casting. Today we're fishing the Golden Medow Fourchon Tarpon Rodeo Media Day. We got Dave Castin on the boat, also Rad Thrasher, Ashley Barrios,
Hey.
Pablo, and Lenny. So we're gonna get out there, try to catch some red snapper. It's a little bit rough. We're gonna get them. Stay tuned.
Keep On Casting is brought to you by Thibodeau Regional Medical Center, Bronco Industries, leading the field in industrial construction and fabrication. Real Outfitters, proud to be the first family-owned tackle store in Thibodeau, Louisiana.
How deep?
40 foot.
40.
Oh my God, what are you going to do when you catch a snapper?
Got four of them. What are you at?
There you go. You done? Now you caught more fish than you did out of Venice.
You got the rig right there.
You got the leg. Just angle your rod.
All right. All right, we're picking up a few hardtails here. Ashley, which rodeo is this?
The Golden Medow Fourchon Tarpon Rodeo.
Ah,
A red
red
snapper.
snapper.
The other elusive fish. The
Yeah.
red snapper.
That's impressive. One more. All right. Man, messing around. Angulation.
Here.
I don't know if you should just fish two at first. Drop the other one down in a little bit. As soon as it gets kind of close, you can drop the front one.
Got one. See how big he is. That electric, oh, I got three. I got
Go ahead, Bubbo.
maybe one keeper. But they thick down there.
Reel on it.
I'll see.
There you go.
You're good. You can leave it in the rod holder if you just, yeah, free spool.
Got to keep it there. Maybe two. We'll get our limit and then we'll screw around and try to catch a big one.
Hey, somebody in the back. Might want to go.
Go red.
Real.
Bo, you got, little Bo, you got your de-hooker? Oh, no. That's a good one.
Oh, that was tight.
There you go. Look, leave it in.
Watch your weight.
Leave it and hold it.
Picking up a few snapper. Try to get close to our limit and try to go get a big one somewhere.
Why? I'll show you.
Some live hardtails.
Coming out. That means
Pablo, they no good to eat.
Got him
No good to eat.
it's
We can switch to some little ones if y'all want.
Lobo, pass me the stick.
There's another stick in the back somewhere.
Yeah, where is it?
I don't know, I'll put it somewhere in here.
She's made it up if you're still on them.
Yeah, go.
Alright, you can drop. Go one. There you go. No, it's over. Pause it. There you go. Alright, go. Pause it. There you go.
Couple.
Another baby?
Yeah, small ones, I think.
Usually he clips them right there. What do you think these are? Where's the scale?
That's a 16-inch thing. Your D-hooker's 16 inches.
It's a bunch of babies.
That one's gonna go down.
No, I'm good.
Hey, David, do you want to go on electric?
No,
Pablo hard reel?
come on. No, it's not hard. Not with those. Not with that machine.
I want you to reel. Oh, you need a real one.
Real.
Bait her up with some squid, bro. So it's pretty choppy out here. I'm trying to keep us on the
So can he release this one or no?
on the fish, but we off of him. Wait, he's not down yet? All right, we're good. Get back on him.
Good, right?
Living in the South, we all love our outdoor activities. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. Also try to avoid direct sunlight between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Remember to wear protective clothing and cover your head. Using sunscreen with an SPF above 15 with reapplication every 3 to 4 hours can do wonders. You're smart, have fun, but be safe. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation.
Hey, I'm Brad Tresher. I am the Executive Vice President of Development of CCA Louisiana. We're out here in the Gulf of Mexico catching some snapper, and thank goodness for a lot of work we did over the years that we've got a great snapper season that's going to hopefully last all summer, 7 days a week, 3 fish. And you know, one of the newest projects, we're continue to build reefs, we continue to work on fisheries management, but one of the big things is the menhaden reduction industry, and that is a fight and a battle that we have been dealing with for the last few years, that something's got to change, and hopefully with a new administration and a lot of hard work and a lot of volunteer help, we'll get it done. It will make an incredible impact to our trout and redfish fisheries, and it's just something that's got to change. We're one of the last states in the country to allow it, and it's time to make it happen.
Yeah.
Alright, free line.
Oh, you're on their line. You're on their line. Mike, next time just drop the front and the back and drop this one when it's coming up.
2 or 3.
If you want to bait them up.
Unless it's like a 20-pounder.
Another baby.
Buzzing. Audio cues.
Yeah, just like catfish.
Oh, that's a baby.
Ooh, boy.
You get an award for the smallest red snapper?
They'll get your bait like really fast, Pablo. That's the problem.
Oh, really?
Like, you got about 15 seconds.
You think he's gone?
That's it. Me. I can put it right here and pretty much fish it.
Hey, how many did y'all add? 2 in there? So that's 15, right?
Yeah, I do.
That's a small fish. You gotta eat that big old bait.
No, he's on there. Oh, wait.
Go ahead, Pablo.
Alright, stop.
We're gonna move in a sec because these fish are all little.
Hey, that's 11. Keep counting, alright?
Get them, Pablo.
These are harder than building a house.
Oh yeah, good one, good one.
Oh, you want to go back down?
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
This is the bigger one. Top harder.
That's a good one.
Yes, sir.
Grab the weight.
You got 1 or 2?
Oh yeah,
Dos.
line it. There you go. Alright, that's good.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, you need to go fish.
3.
A little more, yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Hand crank. Crank.
A couple of them on there.
Alright, good.
Amberjack's in season or out of season?
I think it's out of season.
Till July?
Yeah.
You know Grafton Dermatology as one of Louisiana's premier skincare and skin cancer treatment centers. Grafton Dermatology will bring your beautiful body to its healthy fullest. Grafton Dermatology provides advanced treatment for all skin conditions, repairing, healing, enhancing. Grafton Dermatology, defining healthier skin and beautiful bodies for over 15 years.
Whether your game is on the field or in the backyard, Thibodeau Regional Sports Medicine Center will help keep you safe. Winning is your priority. Your safety is ours. With advanced concussion testing technology, certified athletic trainers, and sports medicine trained physicians and therapists, we bring our A game. Because you can win it only if you're in it. Play it safe with Thibodeau Regional Sports Medicine Center, official sports medicine provider of Nichols Athletics.
So Dave, one of the things that we always want to know is what y'all are doing, like for the red snapper out there. I know I've heard things about y'all building reefs, and you've invited me to some reef buildings. What's going on with that?
Yeah, well, we're always out there building new artificial reefs. Of course, the platforms are being removed at such a quick pace these days that we need to find ways to restore that habitat that's being lost. Every time a platform is removed from the Gulf of Mexico, that's lost habitat. People think about, you know, the way that we lose marsh so often and the way that our barrier islands are disappearing, but they don't think about the habitat we lose every time a platform is removed. And that's important habitat. You know, reef habitat is some of the most productive and abundant habitat on Earth. And so when it's removed, it's a problem. So we're out there, CCA Louisiana, through our Reef Louisiana program, is identifying places where platforms have been removed, and then we go back in with new material and rebuild those habitats in those same exact spots. In addition, you know, every day, you know, our team is at the Gulf Council in state management, working to make sure that snapper are being well managed. We were pleased with the decisions that were made this year about the state management of red snapper with the 3 fish, 7-day season this summer. But we also have to pay very special attention to these fish. You know, with that much pressure, you know, if all of a sudden we start seeing that you know, the numbers are not looking as good as they have, then we'll be able to adjust pretty quickly. CCA kind of you know, we watchdog that on a regular basis. And so, whereas we had a great day out there fishing for red snapper today, we had a great captain and crew as part of the Medow Fourchon Tarpon Rodeo Media Day. But, you know, we need to make sure that future generations have the opportunity to have days like that themselves, and by building habitat and making sure the management is well taken care of, that's what CCA is here to do.
Absolutely. One thing I always wondered, I've always heard that the most life on a reef is in the top 30 to 40 feet. Is that true?
Well, it depends on who you ask. I think certainly there's a lot of life in that top 30, 40 feet because of the, you know, the light that sort of comes down. But we also find that down near the bottom, like we were fishing today,
right.
There's also a great deal of life. And so whereas we haven't gotten to the point where we can leave those structures right up to the water surface, we're building them mostly on the bottom, we do find that there's a lot of life and a lot of important important habitat that happens down near the bottom of the seafloor. So we're working on that now, but we are also working on ways that, you know, platforms can be left in place or even higher in the water column we can continue to build. So it's all important, all of it's important habitat, and we'll do the best we can with the tools we have available to us and continue to try and build, add new tools to that toolbox over time.
One of the crazy things I heard was they said the Louisiana oil rigs are the largest artificial reef in the world. Is that true?
I wouldn't be at all surprised. I hadn't heard that statistic, but a similarly crazy statistic to me is that marine reefs are more abundant and prolific habitat than the rainforest. Think about that, all the work that goes into preserving our rainforests around the world. If you were to remove an acre of rainforest, people would lose their minds, yet these platforms come out of the water every day.
Every day.
It's better habitat for fish and wildlife, and yet nobody seems to care except guys like you and I. And so we need to educate people on the importance of that habitat. I wouldn't be at all surprised if our oil and gas infrastructure is the world's largest reef. It's not just the platforms either. It's the junctions of the pipeline junctions and all the people, like we were fishing today. Those are
shell
under
bottoms they put out
the
there.
shell bottoms that are part of it. And so it's great habitat. It needs to be preserved and maintained and rebuilt when it's lost. And we need to continue to educate people because, there's environmental groups, they just don't like the way those platforms look. And
right.
So they want them out of the water. But they tend to forget that it's incredible fisheries habitat. And it's not just the fish that we care about catching like red snapper and cobia and other things. It's every other marine organism in the ocean.
Tiny little fish out
Every
there.
little tiny thing, coral, all of that lives around these platforms. And so when you remove one, you're removing habitat. And we live in a world where the loss of habitat is so important to so many people, but we're losing this habitat every day and nobody seems to be all that concerned. We're working on that, and we hope to find new ways to preserve some of that habitat moving into the future.
Another crazy thing I wanted to ask you about, the big deal this year was 13 inches, 13 and a half or 13?
Well, they tried to make it 13 and a half.
Right.
So there was a move by the Wildlife Fisheries Commission that wasn't a very popular move amongst the public, and I didn't think it was really well supported by the science to change speckled trout from 25 fish and 12 inches to 15 fish and 13 and a half inches. And I'll tell you, everybody seems fine with 15 fish. We as an organization, we're fine with going from 25 to 15. Our concern with going to 13 and a half is that you're actually you're moving the effort more towards female fish. You're throwing back small males. Which aren't going to live anyway when you throw them back here in Louisiana. The dolphins get them or they just die from being mishandled. And that effort moves more towards a female fish. The larger those fish get, the more chance they are female. And so we didn't like 13 and a half for that reason. It looks now like there'll be some changes later this summer. My prediction is that it'll stay at 15 and 12. It'll go to 15 fish, 12 inches, and then there may be some adjustments to the slot. Maybe only a couple of fish over 20 inches or something can be kept. And I think those are a better way to preserve the female fishery, and also doesn't kill the average fisherman from being able to put a few fish in the box. So that's going to happen. I think you're also going to see changes to redfish later this year. I think there's already a push. Matter of fact, as we speak, the legislature is approving a move to make bull red harvest off limits, and that I think is going to happen, no doubt about it, later this summer. And then you'll probably see some changes to the bag limit on redfish, maybe some changes to the size, the slot. Maybe it'll go to 16 and a 25-inch slot, or 17 and a 25 or 26-inch slot. And so something like that, I believe, is also going to happen. But I got to tell you, all of those things are important, and we as anglers should take the lead on making sure that we are managing these fish properly. But until, and you know this, Bo, until we do something about what these pogie boats are doing to our coast, I don't know that any of this stuff we do with speckled trout and redfish is going to have the impact we hope. These boats from Mississippi and from for these foreign-owned companies are coming onto our beaches, catching billions of pounds of this critical forage. We were using pogies for bait today. Everything eats these things. You're taking 1 billion pounds of it off of a small sliver of water off of Louisiana's coast. They don't allow it in Florida. They don't allow it in Alabama. They don't allow it in Mississippi. They don't allow it in Texas. So the whole fishery is happening here in Louisiana. About 1 billion pounds of it, and there is science showing that it's having an impact on our redfish. It's having an impact on our speckled trout. It has impact to the shorelines where their big giant boats are tearing up the seafloors. These are 180-foot boats with 1,500-foot nets catching millions of pounds of bycatch a year. They could catch 40, 50 million pounds just of bycatch, of speckled trout, redfish, shrimp, croakers, everything else, which they just toss over the side of their boat. And so what this industry is doing to Louisiana's coast cannot go ignored any longer. We're going to need to do something about this in the next legislative session or two, or maybe the Wildlife and Fisheries Commission will step in and do the right thing. We'll do our part on redfish and speckled trout. We'll take our haircut, as we should. But until we get serious about doing something with these pogie boats, I think we're ignoring a bigger part of the problem.
Correct. Well, Dave, I want to thank you for coming today. Had a great time.
Yep. Yeah, well, you and your team. No, look, it was fine. Your boat, that brand new boat you got, did a heck of a job. Your team did an awesome job. I want to thank you and all the folks that keep on casting for including CCA in your annual storytelling, and really appreciate being out there with you and the folks from the Golden Medow Fourchon Tarpon Rodeo this year.
Yes, sir. All right, guys.
Thanks, Bo.
Keep on casting.
You know Grafton Dermatology as one of Louisiana's premier skincare and skin cancer treatment centers. Grafton Dermatology will bring your beautiful body to its healthy fullest. Grafton Dermatology provides advanced treatment for all skin conditions, repairing, healing, enhancing. Grafton Dermatology, defining healthier skin and beautiful bodies for over 15 years.
Whether your game is on the field or in the backyard, Thibodeau Regional Sports Medicine Center will help keep you safe. Winning is your priority. Your safety is ours. With advanced concussion testing technology, certified athletic trainers, and sports medicine trained physicians and therapists, we bring our A game. Because you can win it only if you're in it. Play it safe with Thibodeau Regional Sports Medicine Center, official sports medicine provider of Nichols Athletics.
All right, you can drop back down. Get him.
He's just biting him, Mike.
I don't know. It's like, the one earlier was like that.
He's on there.
Yeah.
Stop. What is wrong?
They must have got all your bait, Dave.
I think so. I'm pulling it up.
Look. There it is. Where you going?
Yeah.
Nice one.
Wow, there we go.
Free spool. Go ahead.
Oh my God, there we go. Yes, I'm ready.
Little belly, you want congratulations?
No, I got it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right.
There you go. Y'all just had the wrong guy in the rod the whole time.
Yeah, that's right. That's typically the case.
Just still going down.
Make sure you come off the bottom when you get down, Dave.
Your rodeo show was still my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, that sure came out awesome.
Open with the electric thing. Open with the electric thing.
Well, guys, we had a great time today. I want to thank you, Ashley Barrios. Great time. Thanks for inviting me. Lenny, had a great time? All right, Rad. Good time, bud. Pablo, you had a good time, bro?
Thank you.
Dave Cristoni. Thanks, bud. So we caught our limit of snapper. We might have been one short, but we hooked a gigantic something at the very end. So we ended a little bit late. I don't think they're going to get to weigh in. As always, we want to thank our troops. Without y'all, we couldn't do what we're doing here today. And until next time, keep on casting.